This is Lorenzo, and this is the Training Design Taxonomy video series, lesson number 17. It's on our final lesson, our 5-step design process. This is a quick review of the 5 steps that anyone needs to take if they want to design a new exercise program from scratch, or if they want to review, update, or refresh the existing program. Step 1, review your schedule. Set time aside for training each day, even though you don't plan on training each day, but get into the habit of setting time aside. And also, you want to know exactly where your exercise fits with the rest of your life. Step 2, master the 3 elements of universal exercise program design. Number 1, select the goals that are most important to you. Number 2, select the routines that will allow you to achieve those goals. And number 3, make sure you schedule those routines in a way that fits your lifestyle. Step number 3, whereas lifestyle planning is all about time management, home gym setups all about space management. The biggest mistake that people make is not setting themselves up for success by first changing their environment in a way that makes doing the hard things easy. Step number 4, make sure that you have a training schedule or program that you can easily reference on the day that you train so you know what to do and when to do it. And finally, step number 5 is get into a habit of implementing your program, but also analyzing your rate of progress on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. These are the 5 steps to universal exercise training program design and redesign for the rest of your life. Let's take a closer look at what they are. Step number 1 of our 5-step design mastery process is all about lifestyle design. The biggest mistake that people make is try to incorporate a new habit without seeing precisely where it will fit in their daily life. In my lifestyle design taxonomy, I distinguish between 3 kinds of activities: work activities, health activities, as well as personal activities. The 2 activities that have a disproportionate influence on the way that we live our lives and therefore influences the rest of our other activities is number 1, sleep, because it's at least 30% of our day. Number 2 is where and when we work, also roughly 8 hours. Failing to master our sleep and work activities first will make it near impossible for us to really master our exercise. So step number 1 is to review your schedule to see precisely when you plan on working and sleeping in the way that is most optimal for you, and then plan on designing your exercise around that and dedicate at least 1 to 2 hours to your training each day, even if you don't plan on training that day or training for 1 to 2 hours, because we need time around our training so we don't rush it. If you want to learn how to organize your work, health, and personal activities, there's 12 of them, in a way that will help you fulfill your physical, psychomotor, cognitive, emotional, and socioeconomic potential, then make sure to check out the Lifestyle Design Taxonomy video series, because there you'll learn the art and science of time allocation. Step number 2, master the 3 elements of exercise program design, starting with goals. In reality, we don't set goals, we select goals. What's the difference? Selecting a goal is looking at what's possible and then comparing ourselves to what is possible in terms of where we're currently at, and then closing that gap. Setting goals, on the other hand, presupposes that we can come up with whatever we want, or we know what we want, when what we want and what we need are actually 2 different things. Not to mention, knowing how to close the gap between where we are and what we really need is even more difficult. I therefore have 2 recommendations for you. Number 1, make sure you watch the Training Map Taxonomy video series. It consists of 13 videos, which will introduce you to the body's 9 dimensions and classify the 30 universal mobility, stability, and power-based goals accordingly. Moving on to the second element of our 3 elements of exercise program design. If our goals function as objectives, then our routines serve as the strategies that we need to implement in order to reach our goals. In total, we saw there were 16 body dimension specific routines, 10 gymnastics, 3 metabolic conditioning, and 3 weightlifting routines. Now, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend you watch the Training Routines Taxonomy video series. In there, we explore each of these routines in detail, including how each routine will help you achieve 1 or more or even all 30 universal mobility, stability, and power-based performance targets or benchmarks. Next, moving on to part 3 of step 2, we saw that in the last 3 videos, once we have selected the routines we want to work on most, we have one of 3 schedules to choose from: the split body schedule, the total body schedule, and the hybrid body schedule, all three of which are integrated across different modalities, balanced across different body dimensions, selected based on our schedule that fits our lifestyle best. Step 3 is all about setting up your own home gym from scratch. If you haven't seen the Training Space Taxonomy video series yet, make sure to go and do that, because you're going to learn the 5 steps of learning how to set up your own home gym from scratch. A home gym designed specifically to help you implement at least 10 of the 16 routines that we talked about. And more specifically, it's the 10 gymnastics routines, allowing you to do your body weight mobility, stability, and strength training at home. And also the freedom to still enjoy the gym, to implement your weightlifting as well as some of your metabolic conditioning routines at the gym. Step number 4 is all about having your program easily accessible either on your phone, on an app, or a PDF. For those of you who want a sample program, make sure to download the Training Program Taxonomy PDF. In there, you'll have your daily activities, your training routines, the different exercises that you'll do in each of those routines, properly organized. And then also make sure to send that PDF to yourself, either on WhatsApp, have it easily accessible on your phone. So when it's time to train, you want to have quick access to your program and follow the instructions accordingly. As for our 5th and final step, you want to make sure that you implement your training program according to the highest standards possible, which you can do by following the 5-step routine mastery cycle in the Training Program Taxonomy PDF every time that you train. Step number 1, make sure that you prepare all the necessary resources before you just start your workout. This could be equipment, but your training program itself. Also, read your notes from previous workouts. Number 2, start your routine with your mobility work. This will serve as your warm-up, lasting roughly 10 to 15 minutes. Number 3, your stability work, lasting roughly 5 minutes. Number 4, the main strength, speed, or endurance event for that routine. So that will be your power, which is 10 to 15 minutes. And finally, step number 5, reflect on your results. Take down notes of anything that you could improve for the following routine. Last but not least, every 6 months, you want to review your program, your rate of progress, and make changes accordingly. If, for example, you feel after 6 months you're not really making a lot of progress, it's typically one of 2 reasons. You're not putting in enough time, or the work quality is not high enough, in which case it's good to go through this process again, where you refresh your program by changing your goals, the program, maybe your setup, and even your training schedule. So in summary, regardless of who you are, beginner or advanced, but every 3 months or 6 months, we will be going through an exercise program design process, either with our coach or by ourselves, where we will need to continuously learn to review and master our schedule, design our program accordingly, optimize our training space, create an easy referenceable program like a PDF or an app, and finally, learning how to implement our program according to the highest possible standards and repeat.